Yo guys, what's going on? I'm Tim for the Real Sports Talk. You can hit me up on Twitter at CashKelly_TRST. Remember to go check out the Super Bowl predictions video that I made with Justin and KJ. And then also go check out Ezra, aka Who Ate My Ice Cream from Idiot Sports Talk. He also made one and it is on our channel. You can check that out. Tomorrow you'll get 10 minutes on the clock with Akeem Balaam tomorrow morning, I think. And what he does on that show is he goes over the biggest news stories of the week all in 10 minutes. And it really is actually a very interesting show. I liked the episode a lot last week. And he said he's going to be breaking down pretty much the Super Bowl, the entire video this week. So that's the Super Bowl has really been the big story this week, although I've been disappointed with the media's coverage, really, because all they've talked about is Rob Gronkowski's foot. We get it. I mean, the guy's going to play. And Peyton Manning. And the Peyton Manning thing's a big deal, don't get me wrong. But the buzz around the Super Bowl by the media has just not been created. There was bigger buzz, I think, for the Patriots and Steelers game, or not Patriots, Patriots and Broncos game. There was as much buzz, I think, for that as there's been about the Super Bowl. And I don't get why, because these are two big, prominent cities, and to me it doesn't make a ton of sense. But anyway, this video is about Josh Hamilton reportedly having a relapse. And he was. And let me read you the quotes first off, and then I'll give you my opinion. I'm getting this from ESPN Dallas. That's what came up in Google as the first article. I clicked on it and it had a ton of the quotes from his press conference today. So I'm going to read off a ton. It says, in this article, I'll give the guy credit, whoever it is by Richard Durrett. So I'm just going to skim through some of the article. It says, Texas Rangers slugger Josh Hamilton, who has battled a drug and alcohol addictions, said Friday he had a moment of weakness at a Dallas bar on Monday night because of a personal reason with a family member and drink. I mean, let's be honest, that sounds pretty common. Obviously, we know Josh Hamilton's had his issues. I'll keep going, though. It was just wrong. That's all it comes down to, Hamilton said, I needed to be at a different place. I needed to be responsible, and I wasn't. Those actions of mine have hurt a lot of people I'm very close to. And I mean, I guess that when you're a recovering drug addict, your family's behind you the entire time, and when you relapse, I guess this is a relapse, when you relapse, it kind of, the people around you, I don't know, I've never been in this situation, but the people around you who supported you to get through the thing kind of get disgusted that you went back into what killed you. Or not killed you, but like put you in a bad situation in the first place that you were trying to get out. They were helping you so much to try and get out of. Reportedly, Ian Kinsler was also there. I mean, that to me really means nothing. There was one other part of this, I cannot take, this is what Josh Hamilton is saying, I cannot take a break from my recovery. My recovery is Christ. My recovery is an everyday process. When I take that one day off, it leaves me open for a moment of weakness, and it's always been that way. For everybody I've heard, for fans, kids, the people that have addictions that look up to me, I apologize to you. When you're doing this, you don't mean to hurt anybody, but you're only thinking about what hurts thinking it hurts yourself, but I know it hurts a lot of people. I mean, I gotta be honest, and I'm also reading this article from this Jean-Jacques Taylor guy saying the Rangers should think about this in contract negotiations. Why? Because in 2009, Josh Hamilton was found at a bar. I think he drank a little bit. And Josh Hamilton, since 2009, the 2010 season, he won the MVP and took the Rangers to not only the first ever playoff series win, but to the World Series. And then obviously last year he helped with Nelson Cruz and C.J. Wilson to take them back to a second straight World Series in which they were one pitch away from winning. And obviously that's going to stick in Rangers fans' craw for a while. But I just think that this is being so overblown. He drank 3 or 4 beers. I mean, that's not even enough to get you drunk in most people's case. Let's be honest about that. I mean, a lot of people have problems, and that's what they go to. And is that a good resort? No, it's not. But we're acting like this guy got completely blasted and then drove and committed manslaughter. Yeah, he had a drug problem, and I think that everyone knows that this is not a situation he should have put himself in. But back off on the guy a little bit. When you go through recovering from one of these things, you don't just wake up one day and say, I'm never going to drink again. You go to rehab, and then you're clean the rest of your life. That's not usually how it works. And I mean, alcohol is legal. It's not like pot or any other drug where it's illegal or anything like that. It's legal. So he didn't break any laws by doing this. He broke whatever he wasn't supposed to do in his recovery. And that's bad, but give the guy a break. I mean, a lot of people that go through this. Eminem had a relapse. He made 2 CDs about it, and neither of them were very good, by the way. And we view him as fine. Josh Hamilton had a relapse a few years ago. We view this guy the last 2 years as fine. You know, were we sitting in the World Series or after Josh Hamilton won his MVP and saying, man, this guy doesn't deserve the MVP. He had a relapse this offseason. And I mean, I'm sorry, 3 or 4 beers, that's a relapse? The media, to me, just looks for these types of stories, and it's completely unnecessary. It's really, I guess if the guy goes out in public, it is people's business, and maybe you should report about it, that he was seen drinking 3 or 4 beers, but my God, don't act like the guy committed a mortal sin because he had 3 or 4 beers. I don't know, that's the way I view it, and I just don't see why it's that huge of a deal, honestly. Leave me your thoughts in the comments section. Hit me up on Twitter at CashKelly_TRST. Email me therealsportstalk@gmail.com. Facebook page, The Real Sports Talk, all that stuff. Check it out, youtube.com/MrKelstar for The Real Sports Talk. I'm Tim, #deuces.